The Daily Milkman, on your preferred podcast platform and at dailymilkman.com.
Hey, right off the bat, let's welcome some new listeners. Hello, Woodstock. Woodstock FM taking on the Daily Milkman, and also CKDJ 107.9 in our nation's capital. Hello to you. This is the Daily Milkman. I am the Milkman, John Milky, and here's the deal with this show. We deliver everything you need to know to start your day, and we have a few laughs along the way, all of it in less time than it takes you to drive to work. So here we go for this Wednesday, January 8th, 2025, which according to our Today Is Holiday calendar is National Career Coach Day. It's Winter Skin Relief Day, Clean Off Your Desk Day, English Toffee Day, Bubble Bath Day, and I do hope you dressed appropriately for this National Argyle Day.
The Daily Milkman. Headlines.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre both issuing statements yesterday stating that despite social media noise from Donald Trump and company, Canada will never become the 51st state. Trudeau going so far as to say there's no snowball's chance in hell. Meanwhile, Ontario Premier Doug Ford has announced an increase in border security, which is one of the biggest reasons for Trump's threat of tariffs on Canadian imports to the U.S. Meanwhile, Ontario is launching 2 new energy efficiency programs beginning January 28th. The Home Renovation Savings Program will offer homeowners rebates of up to 30% on energy upgrades, things like windows, insulation, and solar panels. Additionally, the Peak Perks program is expanded to small businesses, providing $75 for each smart thermostat connected to a cooling or heat pump system, plus $20 for each additional year in the program. Well, Meta is ditching independent fact-checkers on Facebook and Instagram, replacing them instead with humans. User-driven community notes, similar to X, Mark Zuckerberg, criticizing third-party moderators as politically biased, emphasizing return to free expression. And finally, 2 bodies were found in the landing gear compartment of a JetBlue plane at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. The bodies were discovered during a routine post-flight inspection after the aircraft arrived from New York's JFK Airport. Authorities are investigating the identities of the individuals and how they accessed the plane. Well, 71 more days until spring. Sunrise today, 7:41 a.m. Sunset, 4:37 p.m., which gives us 1 minute and 23 seconds more daylight today than we had yesterday. A listener asked me yesterday, who is this Finn that does your weather forecast? Well, Finn began with me when he was 5 years old. Had an interest in weather forecasting. He's pretty much done a weather forecast on my show every day for the past 5 years. In fact, his weather forecast has won him Podcaster of the Year 2 years in a row at Ottawa's Faces Magazine Awards. With your Wednesday forecast, here is Finn.
Hi, I'm Finn, and you're listening to Finn's Forecast. Today, it is mainly cloudy. Still, a stiff wind with gusts up to 40 kilometers per hour. The high today is minus 12, but with the wind chill, it feels like minus 22. In the evening and overnight, some scattered flurries with a low of minus 13 degrees. For my 5-day forecast, see our website, dailymilkman.com. Join me again tomorrow for another Finn's Forecast. See ya!
The Daily Milkman. Sports.
In the PWHL tonight, Boston is at Minnesota, Montreal in Toronto. The NHL has 4 games, Vancouver and Washington, Colorado taking on Chicago, Florida at Utah, and Calgary at Los Angeles. Raptors and Cleveland go at it tomorrow, and in the OHL tonight, it's Erie taking on Guelph, Barries and Owen Sound. Flint visits Brantford, Brampton at Ottawa taking on the 67s, and Sault Ste. Marie is in Sudbury.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Turned On with Sue and John, starring Sex with Sue's Sue McGarvey, solving your sex issues one podcast at a time. TurnedOnPodcast.com.
It's the Daily Milkman.
Hey, your morning quickies today. Brenton Wood, known for Gimme a Little Sign and Oogum Boogum Song, has passed away at the age of 83. Also, Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary fame passed away yesterday at the age of 86. He, of course, responsible for writing the classic Puff the Magic Dragon, amongst many other classics. Walter White's home from Breaking Bad is on the market if you're looking for real estate. The Albuquerque, New Mexico home, which was featured on the popular TV show, was recently listed for $4 million. According to realtors, though, the estimated market value of that home is actually closer to $205,000. Princess Cruise Lines celebrating their 60th anniversary this December with a special 2-week cruise of the Mexican Riviera. Passengers on the Royal Princess for that special cruise will enjoy music from the Temptations, and the sailing will be hosted by Jill Whalen, who played Vicky on the Love Boat. How cool is that? On Christmas Day, Travis Kelce caught a touchdown pass and then dunked it over the uprights. Well, that little stunt is going to cost him $14,000, but he knew that going in. You're familiar with Shutterstock? You're familiar with Getty Images? Well, they are merging to become a $3.7 billion visual content company. And Americans spent $241 billion online during the holiday shopping season. More than half of that money, the purchase of new phones. Well, if you had a Lotto Max ticket for last night's draw, make sure to check it. The estimated jackpot was $30 million. The next Lotto Max draw is Friday. Meanwhile, tonight, the 649, $5 million for the classic, $14 million for the gold ball.
Fun facts. Let's learn something new.
Each and every day, I find 3 completely random facts. The fun is to see if the first answer you come up with happens to be the same as the answer I've got right here.
Fun fact.
21% of people have a fear of this. Of cleaning their fridge.
Fun fact for you.
The average person spends how much of their life waiting on a web page or a video to load? 5.5 months.
Fun fact.
And finally, how many coffee mugs does the average person own? 8.
Fun fact.
Time now for your daily duh. In a man's attempt to challenge a woman backfired in a spectacular fashion. A TikTok video with more than 2.5 million views and counting shows a man approaching a woman as she is waiting for food. Well, he challenges her to prove her knowledge of the band whose t-shirt she's wearing. Well, as it turns out, she was a member of that band. They're called Bad Habits.
So many people think I'm living in a lie.
Your daily duh.
It's somebody's birthday today.
Indeed, it is, including the man who has banned hot dogs from his country. That would be Kim Jong-un, 41 today. Gabby Hoffman of Transparent and Girls is 43. Sean Paul, 52. And happy birthday, Shirley Bassey, 88. And if today's your birthday, well, happy birthday from your Daily Milkman.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Spin-A-Win Opticians. Funky, stylish frames. For all your eyewear needs, 2515 Bank Street in the Southgate Plaza. SpinAWinOpticians.ca.
The Daily Milkman. What you watching?
When you get home tonight on TV, a brand new comedy series waiting for you. Tim Allen and Kat Dennings in Shifting Gears. Also the season premiere of Celebrity Jeopardy. Abbott Elementary, What Would You Do? And all your Chicago shows as well. Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, and Chicago PD. And on your late night talk shows, Jamie Lee Curtis is one of the guests tonight with Jimmy Fallon. And on Seth Meyers, it's Pamela Anderson. Having a look at today in hit music history for January 8th. It was on this day in 1966. The Beatles' Rubber Soul hit number 1 on the U.S. album chart, stayed in top spot for 6 weeks. And from that album, We Can Work It Out by the Beatles hit number 1 on the top 40 chart this day in 1966 and stayed there for 3 weeks. Today in hit music history, 1977, Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. went to number 1 with You Don't Have to Be a Star, Baby, to Be in My Show. Def Leppard's guitarist Steve Clark passed away of alcohol poisoning at the age of 30 in London on this day in 1991. Today in hit music history, 1993, Elvis Presley postage stamps went on sale in the U.S. And today in 1999, the Eagles album Hotel California went platinum for the 15th time.
The Daily Milkman. Celebrity stuff.
Post Malone showed up at a small bar in Houston on Christmas Eve tipped the bartender $20,000. She's a single mom with 2 jobs and called that a life-changing amount of money. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez have settled their divorce. TMZ reports that a month and a half from now, they will officially call their marriage quits. Nelly Furtado kicking off 2025 by sharing a message of body acceptance with fans and celebrated her newfound self-love, proudly posing in a bright orange bikini in photos shared on Instagram on Sunday. Britney Spears set to have a hands-on role in the making of the biopic based on her best-selling memoir, The Woman in Me, directed by John M. Chu. Remember the Dixie Chicks, now Chicks, controversy after they said they were embarrassed by their president? Well, Pamela Anderson claims she almost got killed on a flight when a man mistook her for Natalie Maines. And Hulk Hogan did not receive a warm welcome at all on Netflix's Monday Night Raw. In fact, he got verbally body slammed by a sea of booing fans as he tried to give a speech. There you go. Today's celebrity stuff.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by McCarthy Automotive, 1150 Heron Road. Vehicle repair and maintenance, fleet vehicles too. McCarthyAutomotive.ca.
The Daily Milkman, Facebook Funnies.
My goodness, you do post some fun stuff once in a while on Facebook, and thank you for that, because we borrow it. Yeah, borrow it here on the Daily Milkman. Like this Facebook funny. Hangover makes it sound like it's all done now. I would like to propose the term hang happening. I fold down my laptop screen very slowly at night, just so I don't squish you guys. That's cute. I hope to get to the point in my life where I'm just not excited about finding change on the ground. This Facebook funny will have you giggling as well, I hope. The hardest thing about my juice cleanse is trying to figure out how to juice a Snickers bar. And finally, no, but for real, how do nudists clean their glasses?
It's the Daily Milkman.
The lighter side of the news for you now on this Wednesday morning. We call it the utter news. Saskatchewan RCMP have released their list of the top 10 reasons not to call 911, actual calls they received in 2024. Somebody did not recognize another person on their social media list. Someone's parents were forcing them to clean their room. A fox was in the neighborhood. Their cat was scared. Another person had a bee in their home. Could you help unlock my cell phone, please? Saskatchewan RCMP, actual 911 calls in 2024. Somebody threw their ice cream on the ground. Okay, that's close to being worthy. Not quite, but yeah. Their cat was being mean to them. Could an officer please come to the house? Another person was having troubles with the washing machine. Someone needed help with a math equation. They had a test the next day. And finally, somebody actually called 911 in Saskatchewan asking the RCMP to help them because their tambourine was taken after a party they attended. Well, Parenting Magazine has released a list of the 6 most annoying things that kids say. If you're a parent, see if the most annoying thing your kids say made the list. Mine. It's not fair. You're not the boss of me. I want it now. You never let me do anything. And I don't like you. Hey, 2 kids who were in the classic 2003 film School of Rock have grown up and gotten married. Caitlin Hale, who played Marta, and Angelo Mascali, who played Frankie, got married over the weekend. The 2 met as children while filming the movie. After the film, they stayed in touch through group chats, etc. After Hale happened to move to Florida, they reunited and became a couple. A woman has found a solution to her 25 years of sleepless nights, a simple technique called cognitive shuffling, which she describes as a game changer. She shared it on TikTok. Her username is NeuroQueerCoach. This method involves distracting the mind by focusing on words, phrases, or images to disrupt habitual thought patterns and promote relaxation. It's a cool follow, NeuroQueerCoach on TikTok. And finally, a former city council woman in Brazil says she will return the things she took with her after losing re-election. On January 1st, she was cleaning out her office where she had worked for 8 years and had her employees take a toilet and 2 sinks that she claims to have purchased and installed with her own money when she first took office. But after news of the removal became public, she agreed to return the fixtures. Today's utter news.
The Daily Milkman, brought to you by Devotion Dance Studio, 100 Castle Frank Road. Jazz, burlesque, hip-hop, Plus, low mobility dance classes too. DevotionDance.ca.
It's the Daily Milkman.
With some empowerment tips for this Wednesday, Empowerment Coach Susie joins us now, stepping out of your comfort zone.
Your comfort zone feels safe, but as uncomfortable as it is, growth begins where your comfort zone ends. Challenge yourself daily. Try a new activity, meet new people, or take a small risk. Each step outside of your comfort zone builds courage and confidence and makes you more adaptable. Facing discomfort reminds you of your strength and resilience. Every new challenge is an opportunity to discover your true potential. Remember, the magic of personal growth happens when you dare to welcome the unfamiliar. Dare to grow one step at a time. I believe in you.
She's Empowerment Coach Susie. Power Coach Susie on all your favorite social media platforms. We've got links to her at dailymilkman.com. Here it comes. A groan before we go. And if you've got a bad joke to share, oh gosh, we'd love to hear from you on the Bovine Hotline. That number in just a sec. Hey, where do they teach you how to make ice cream? Sunday school. If you got a joke to share, you got a comment for the show, always welcome. Voicemail and text 24/7. The Bovine Hotline, 1-866-308-3838. You'll find us on your preferred podcast platform. New episodes at 6 a.m. Eastern every weekday. And we are online as well, dailymilkman.com. Until tomorrow, it is the Milkman John Milky. Moo for now.